Happy New Year, you guys. I am coming back with another video to encourage, to motivate, and to inspire, and get you where you need to go, to tear down those strongholds and the walls that Satan have lied to you over the years and have told you that you were, when God have never ordained you to walk in pity, but he ordained you to walk in power. So come on in and get this word, get this nugget, so you can get motivated and inspired to get to the next level that you need to get to, and not worry about self-talk, down on yourself, because that's not what God said about you. And I am coming to get you to where you need to go, and not what have you have been. Amen. But before I start, I want you guys to hit the notification bell, so every time that I go live or upload a video, you guys will be the first ones to know. Also, I want you guys to go over to Teespring. Support me, support me, support me. And go over and get your t-shirts, get your mugs, get your hoodies, get the things, the necessary, the things that you need. And also, well, you want, because it's not so much a need. Okay, amen. But support me. Also, you guys, tell a friend to tell a friend about my channel. I am trying by March to get to 1,000 subscribers. How am I going to do that? Through your pretty little faces. So tell a friend to tell a friend about my channel. Amen. Also, you guys, go over to my Facebook page, facebook.com/ at I am Shanice Jones. And I have business over there. I said business, I'm sorry. I have content over there I don't have here. I am also finna start taking one-on-one sessions. So you guys can email me at Shanice Jones 942 at yahoo.com. One-on-one sessions, you either do a 30-minute or 1-hour session, so I can get you where you need to go. I also have a healing a healing group on my Facebook page that I am doing and helping young ladies heal for free. Or like I said, you guys to do a one-on-one with me, and you're gonna get better in raw content. So yeah. What you waiting on? Get your one-on-one today, so I can get you where you need to go, so you can know what you need to tackle this year. Because what I have noticed, you guys, that everybody have put on Facebook how they finna start these businesses, how they finna get all this money. But what I have not saw nobody talk about the vision that God gave them. The vision that God gave them. Not the vision that they have set down and have wrote, but the vision that God gave them. When Habakkuk 2:1 said, write the vision and make it plain, if you go back and read, so chapter 1, they was talking about, it was a lot of terror going on. And Habakkuk like, God, why you see all the wicked people doing this and they prospering in every way? Why is this happening? And God told him that he was waiting on God to give him an answer. So he said, until you answer me, I'm going to sit right here at this tower until you tell me what is going on. God told him, Habakkuk, I want you to get a tablet and I want you to write this vision and I want you to make it plain. Now, if you catch it, he said, I'm going to give you a vision. So what did Habakkuk do? What did God do? He gave Habakkuk a vision, and he told him to write a plain. I'm going to say it again. God gave Habakkuk the vision, and he wrote it plain. Now, don't sit down and you say, you know what, I'm finna go over here and I'm finna start me a shop. But did God tell you to start that shop? I'm gonna go over here and I'm finna buy these bundles and I'm finna sell this tab. Did God give you that vision, or did you give yourself that vision? Because we sit here and what happens when we ask God for a vision and we ask him for his vision, it's going to happen. Why? Because it's his vision. Are we not here for his purpose? So when he breathed his vision in us, then it's going to happen. But a lot of us, we don't ask God for God's vision and we do our own thing, because when it all comes down to it, we feel unworthy for God's vision. We feel that's why you need to get your one-on-one session with me today, because I will help you to break those walls down. Or why you're not walking into God's plan. Are you double-minded? Are you suffering from rejection? Are you suffering from abandonment? Are you suffering from that wound, from that abusive relationship that you're questioning God like, hold on, wait. God can't be here with me because he would never have let me and allowed this to happen to me. Or you got raped as a child and you holding on to that and you saying, oh, I've been healed from it. Have you really been healed from it? Or are you still operating in brokenness? Have you let God make you whole for you to obtain that vision that he have called upon your life? So we sit down and we write these things, we write these goals of what we're going to do, but have we put God inside of that vision? Do we have his vision? Or are we operating in our vision because we're too afraid that God don't have a vision for us because we feel unworthy of ourselves? But God did not say, God said, I predestined you, which knew he already foreknew that the things that was going to happen to you before it happened. He knew the tricks and the schemes that Satan was going to do. I was watching Sophia Ruffin. If you don't know who she is, she's a very powerful speaker. She's a coach, and she was actually, she was a male. She was a female, but she transitioned over to a male. But she said that she always knew that she was born, that she was supposed to be a boy. I want you guys to go dig into her story on your own. Her name is Sophia Ruffin, and she's on Facebook. I think she's on Periscope as well. Very powerful woman. She actually have different books. I just got one of her books last night. She got books and everything that you guys can read up on her story. But she said that she always had a attract for the same sex. But she said she said that she always knew deep down inside that it was not the right thing to do. So when she ended up finding out about Jesus and God converted her over back to who she's supposed to be in, now she's around, traveling around, talking to young people and encouraging them. But let me tell y'all, Satan come in and he let those things happen to you. Now, God allow it, but those things happen to you to help you, not to hinder you. Not for you to operate in unworthiness. Not for you to operate in rejection. Not for you to operate in abandonment because you feel that you're unworthy for God's love. Satan used those things to turn you away from God when God is saying, come to me, give me that rejection, give me that abandonment so I can make you whole, so I can transform you in the likeness of my son, so you can go out and you can transition the nations and you can call people upon me. I would have never thought in a million years that I will be right here today encouraging nations. I prophet and I speak prophetically right now, and our prophet says one day you're going to know my name, Shanice Jones. Look out for it. Look out for it. Look out for it. I was raped at 14. Had a baby at 14. Pushed out a deceased child with a umbilical cord wrapped around his neck. That was enough trauma to keep me bound, to keep me in bondage. But I said, no, I have a calling up on my life. But I operated in unworthiness for years. I operated in unworthiness. I was in an abusive relationship. I let this man hit me, have a baby on me. I let this man disrespect me. He couldn't even respect me because I didn't respect myself. I didn't love myself enough. I never gave my chance a time to heal. And why I never healed? Because my generation, they never healed. My mother never healed. My grandmother never healed. And they walked around with baggage, and I had to walk around to it. And I'd be darned, and I said my children will not hold on to my mess, to my baggage. I choose to heal. I choose to be made whole. Stop walking around in unworthiness and think you're not worthy of God's vision. And stop sitting down and walking in your vision and not God's vision because you're afraid to ask him for a vision that he promised you. He promised you that vision. He promised you that vision. He said, I have predestinated you. I have glorified you. I have favored you. My shirt, it says predestined, glorified, and favored. I'm sorry, justified. Justified means favored. That's why I put favored on my shirt. And on the back it says, why walk in pity when you can stomp in power? I never forget, I was finna get evicted from my apartment, and I was in the car, and I was crying out to God. And he said, you can't walk in power and wobble in pity. At that time, I didn't know it was God until I started getting closer with him, and I understood he was telling me, you can't on one hand believe me and then stand cry in this car and hope and pray that it's going to work out, because it is going to work out because you are my child, and you are kingdom child, baby, and everything going to work together for good for those that love you, that's called according to your purpose. And baby, I'm called, I'm anointed, and I'm appointed. No matter. So when Satan comes to me and he tell me them lies, oh no, I'm gonna send them back to. I'm gonna send that back to sender, cause that didn't come from my God. My God didn't tell me that I was ordained to be walking around with my head down. I was ordained to walk with my head up. My resume don't say I'm supposed to be encouraging other people. My resume don't say I'm supposed to be motivating and inspiring other people. My resume don't say I'm supposed to have wrote a book in 3 months. My resume don't say I'm supposed to be coaching other people to come out of their pity. That's not what my resume say. But my God say you are appointed. You went through that rape to help other people come out of it. You went through that abusive relationship so you can help other people come out of it. You went through that hurt as a parent, and you suffered raising kids with low self-esteem so you can help other women start raising their kids in confidence. Because guess what? Our kids are what we are, not who we pretend to be. They take on the identity. And they end up walking around low self-esteem, getting bullied because their mama got low self-esteem, and their mama walking around with their head down, and their mama getting smacked in the face and letting this man disrespect them. And you sitting up here, you got the nerve to get upset when your daughter end up attracting the same man that you attracted in your life, and you said, oh, I got me a better man, but you never healed from the last. You never healed from the last. Stop walking around thinking that you're unworthy of God's vision. Write the vision and make it plain, but make sure it's God's vision. Grow closer with God this year. Don't say I'm going to build a business. Say I'm getting closer with God so God can give me that business. When I had a hold, I heard Sarah Jake say something, and it did something to me. She said, once I found out I had a calling on my life, I was birthed with a ministry. Once I start investing in myself and taking classes, make your unlock your purpose. Once I start seeing that my friends kept calling me for inspiration, and they kept calling me to uplift them, and I'm like, hold on, wait, this got to be a part of my calling. When I was away from my phone, it had got dropped in my bucket, so I had to wait to get another phone. And I had to wait to get another phone. And I just couldn't wait to get on this broadcast. I actually went and brought me a phone. And as I was buying me a phone, I was able to encourage another woman, and just so happened she was getting out of an abusive relationship. She was getting out of an abusive relationship. I just left an abusive relationship. And I was able to give her advice that I had to learn about me. I said, you know what, Shanice, this year, yes, I'm asking God for his business, his ministry. God gave me his ministry. He put that birth inside of me. He put that book in me. He put that thought in me, not me. And once I start understanding that I was worthy of God's love, once I start understanding that God had a better plan for me, that's when I start saying, you know what, I'm going. Actually, last year I was so depressed around this year that I was like, this year I don't care if I don't do nothing else. I'm gonna get closer to God, and I'm gonna find out what my purpose is, because I was intending to go back to school to be a nurse, but God ended up birthing a ministry inside of me that is going to change generations. Stop walking around and think that you're unworthy for God's vision. He want to give you a business. He want to give you a ministry. Start prophesying over your life. This is my year of my promised land. This is the year that I'm going to heal. I'm going to heal from that rape. I'm going to heal from that rejection. I'm going to heal from that abandonment. I'm going to heal so my kids won't have to suffer for what I had to suffer from. I'm going to let go of that relationship that's not giving me a pat on my back when I know I deserve it. I had a man tell me, I told him my love language was words of affirmation. He told me, I'm not finna keep on patting yourself on your back for something you already know you should be doing. What? That's my love language. Get you a man that's gonna chase you and do whatever he gotta do to change. Because he wants you to compromise. He wants you to lower your standards, because he don't see the value in you. When I look back on the days I used to call his phone and be like, I'm a good woman. Why am I proving to this man that I'm a good woman? Because deep down inside, I didn't feel like I was. Deep down inside, I felt like I wasn't a good person. Deep down inside, I felt like that I wasn't a good mother. And deep down inside, I was actually coming to agreement with the lies of what Satan. Until I started doing my internal work and started finding out the woman that was inside of me The woman that would transition over to nations and change nations was in me the whole time. I just had to tear down those walls that Satan had been lying to me for years. Sometimes you got to get a little gangster with Satan and take your boots off and take your wig off and fight what's already yours. Ask God for his vision. Write it down and make it plain. Ask him for strategies to be able to execute the vision that he gave you. And watch him show out and show out. Let this be a year that you grow closer with God so he can give you the vision that he has for you. Because if it's his vision, it's going to happen. Why? Because his word don't come back to him void. But it goes out to be prosperous and successful in whatever he tells you to do. You are the heirs of Abraham. He told Abraham, I will make your name great. I will make you a great nation. If you go back and you read that story, he gave these prophecies to Abraham before he had a baby by Hagar. Sarah was impatient, but he still blessed her through Abraham. And he knew that Abraham was going to have a baby by Hagar. But he still told him, I'm going to make you a father of many nations. I'm going to make your name great. I'm going to bless the families through you. You are blessed through Abraham. You are the daughter and the father of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Go back and read their stories. Don't get discouraged. Don't get discouraged. Know God loves you despite of whatever you've been through. Because guess what? He already knew he was going to go through it. And he knew how he was going to make $1 million business out of what you went through. Like Lisa Nichols say, don't put a period behind what God trying to put a comma. I was raped, comma. Abusive relationship, comma. Teen pregnancy, comma. Comma. Not a period. You don't have a period until the day that you close your eyes. I love you guys. Stay inspired. Stay motivated. Stay encouraged. And until Friday, I love you. Tell a friend to tell a friend about my about my channel. I love you guys, and as always, stay encouraged. If God could do it for me and have mercy upon me, he could do it for you. Bye-bye.